Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. Today I'm using the Oceans kit by His Palette. This kit is one of the older kits, but that's the joy of these Etsy stores, is that you can still get a hold of these gorgeous printables in all the right places. And this really is probably the most beautiful kit. I don't know how I missed it when it was released last year, because it's just gorgeous. And it has so many different elements in it and of it that you really can do quite a few pages and things with it. So firstly, what I did is I fussy cut the blue roses, but obviously battled to fussy cut the gold kind of leaves at the back and flowers at the back of it. It was just a lot of fussy cutting, and I think I would have lost the effect of it. So I am on trace paper just making kind of my own embossed, gold embossed flowers and leaves for the background of these blue roses. They're just absolutely gorgeous. So just using my stamping platform. This is a K-Craft stamping buddy or stamp platform, and what it does is it secures my paper so that my image, if I do need to restamp it, I can restamp it on the exact same spot without it moving, etc., etc. I have put my little magnets into washi tape strips so that I can pick them up easily and they don't snap against my fingers. And I'm using Versamark or Versamagic, yes, Versamark ink to ink it up. It is a glue ink, so it's clear and it allows the powder of the embossing powder to sit on and stick onto that surface, and then when you heat set it, it melts, and that gives it that gorgeous textured shiny surface. So firstly, taking my these are, like, honestly, they look like leather. It's the most beautiful ocean strips that I've ever seen, and I'm sticking them down first, and for some reason I kind of battled with it and fussed with it, and it didn't fit in the way I wanted it to. But nonetheless, in the end, they're both there with a little strip to spare that I'm going to use at the top just to frame my layout a bit. I'm taking my gold embossed leaves and just placing them to see where I want them so that they stick out underneath this frame, and sticking that down using a Xyron Creative Station sticker maker. So it's a 5-inch sticker maker. They're kind of scarce at the moment, so I would just buy very broad double-sided tape. That should work just fine. Remember, when you're sticking trace paper or vellum, it shows the glue, so unless you have a whole surface covering glue. The rest is just really building the clusters on this gorgeous page. I am journaling in Matthew 14 verse 22, and it speaks of Jesus walking on the water. And in verse 22 it starts and it says, immediately he made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side, and while he dismissed the crowds. And after he had dismissed the crowds, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. And when evening came, he was there alone, but the boat by this time was a long way from the land, beaten by the waves, for the wind was against them. And in the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified and said, it's a ghost, and they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them and said, take heart, it is I, do not be afraid. And this kit obviously is inspired by the song Oceans by Hillsong, and so I just adored it and used my Nouveau drops to do the little pearls on the shell, and made a little string of pearls in the back with my Nouveau drops. Remember to use those kind of purchases that you've allowed to just, they were in the moment purchases and are lying somewhere in your craft room or craft table or craft bag, and you've never used them again. Continue to use them, because that just it'll feel new every single time. Carrying on with this passage, it says, "And Peter answered him, 'Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water.' He said, 'Come.' And so Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid and began sinking. He cried out, 'Lord, save me.' Jesus immediately reached his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, 'Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?' And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, 'Truly you are the Son of God.'" I'm assembling my Moblique. It is a dipping pen with a nib that splits, so you get that downstroke, upstroke lettering feel to it. I've been nervous to use this pen in my Bible just because I think the nib will tear the pages, but I tried it first on the printable at the bottom, and I wrote "When Oceans Rise," and then I got brave quick and first trying to do some splatters with what's left of this gold ink, and then wrote "You Are Mine," and I am so pleased with it. I can just, yeah, it's just beautiful. It does bleed a little, so it does stain the other side of the page a little, the specific ink, and there you have it. My layout for the day. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me. Go grab your printable, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.